There are different procedures and formats for gaining information about someone's personality. The first and foremost, or the first and most common, are paper and pencil tests. For example, we want to understand about somebody's aggression, and we could give them a screening questionnaire called the Personality Assessment Inventory, which actually has a subscale on it that measures aggression, and that will allow us to measure the trait of aggression. There are also computerised assessments, and these are certainly becoming more prolific. The common problem in personality testing is that some respondents attempt to slant their answers to make a good impression, and as a result, test results become misleading. When respondents slant their answers or their answer scores on socially desirable traits, they become inflated or greater than they actually would be in the absence of response slanting. So many tests, including computerised tests, include a built-in feature to help detect when such responses or slanting or faking occur, and warns the tester when the results become unacceptable or unreliable. Another kind of measure is the Q-sort. What the respondent is asked to do is to actually sort a group of statements in rank order, ranging from most descriptive to least descriptive, typically presented on index cards. And some of the things that's on these cards may be, I'm confident, or I try hard to please others, or I'm uncomfortable in social situations. The person then rank orders these sorts of statements in terms of how well they apply to themselves. Another major way to assess somebody's personality is through interviews. And we can have structured interviews in which we may ask a specific set of questions, or we may have unstructured interviews where people talk and the assessor makes an assessment based on the unstructured information. Interviews can be done with individuals or with family members or acquaintances and other people who interact with this person. We also have behavioural observations, which I mentioned before, and another areas where we record people's physiological responses. This, of course, overcomes some of the social desirability responding because it's much harder to fake or control responding. This is often used in sex offender treatment and assessment where the offender is presented with certain stimulating pictures and their physiological responses are measured in response to those stimuli. There are, of course, variations of tests as well. Here are some common distinctions. One common distinction are that of projective versus objective tests. I'll talk more about these types of tests later. There are other distinctions like unstructured tests, such as projective tests, and structured tests, for example, many personality inventories. And there are tests that look for observable qualities of personality and other tests that look for the hidden aspects of personality. I'll now address a variety of different tests and expand on some of these common distinctions.